Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Marvel's Midnight Suns, as we continue our run here on normal difficulty. And so far, so good. I mean, we've done a couple missions, not a lot. Obviously, we're still getting kind of reintroduced and learning into it. Let's see here. We need to check Miko's thing. Oh, open messages. Nico, Hunter, you there? By the way, this is Nico, in case nobody gave you the rundown on how Spark works. Blade and Cat Marvel just filled us in. Freaky stuff, especially Faustus. And then they all just left me here alone. You should come hang out. Thank you, Nico, but I'm tired. Apparently, that's all I can say. Okay. Okay. Someone's at the door. Dun, dun, dun.
You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
Nico's very persuasive. Meet Nico in the common room.
These missions can't be good for Caretaker's blood pressure. That's twice now her precious hunter has almost gotten smacked by Hydra. Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites. It's cool, I can wait.
Friendship XP gains.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. Can we do it again?
+7. Nice. I'm not sure why we need a swimsuit, but okay. Is there a swimming pool?
So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt
Of what?
of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask, like, what's the staff of one, or who were the runaways?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The staff of one interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
Can you tell me how the staff of one functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your old team.
The runaways? Sure thing.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran, but eventually we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively.
Didn't get any reputation boost with that one, so... Oh, there's the puppy.
Good girl, Charlie.
Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
to stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know, Agatha, she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
Agatha's power. How could she be... gone?
She put her trust in the wrong person. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
All right, so I did briefly see when I was watching a developer, I think, diary type of thing, like a day or two ago, like before this launched. I've only watched a few minutes of it, but enough to know that there are light side and dark side choices that will trend our Hunter character towards light or dark. It's not like one side's evil or good or anything like that. They're just alternative path. It's more of, I guess, I think the way they described it as hero versus anti-hero type of things. Maybe think more Captain America versus, I mean, for lack of a better one, Batman. Obviously Batman's not in this universe, but you know what I mean, like that darker character versus a lighter, more kind of noble character. So yeah, I know we get to choose. I think I'm gonna go light with her this time. Maybe in a future playthrough we'll go a different direction just to see what changes with that.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Hunter can follow the path of light or dark through the choices they make in the Abbey and the abilities they use in combat. So the abilities also make a difference. Interesting. Powerful rewards can be unlocked as Hunter moves down either path. Follow Charlie to Agatha's shrine. Where is Charlie? There's Charlie. Hey, buddy. Hey, boy. It's a good boy. Or girl. I guess it could be either. You can sprint. Oh, wow. You run really fast. Where you at, Charlie? Okay, there you are. Is that Charlie in Agatha's hands, or is that a different puppy? Oh, it's a cat. Never mind.
Agatha?
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
Oh, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Famous last words.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a Blood Gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood Gate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Ominous indeed.
Trail of the Elder Gods. Open the way to locations barred. Recommended to level 1. We're currently level 3. Alright. The heroes you take on a mission are the ones most likely to be available for a hangout that night. Okay.
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah? Caretaker was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference. Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
Oh, wow.
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
Alright, so these are all minions. On KO, draw a card. Knockback. On KO, draw a card. Okay, so we do have a quick we can start with, just to get something knocked off first. Do we both have the same amount of health here? No, we definitely want to protect Charlie a bit more. So anything attacking Charlie probably should be taken care of first. I'm just going to quick slash over here, I guess.
You were too weak for this fight.
Alright, and then we're going to knock back You into there.
Your mother abandons you.
Okay. Still got whip. Also got bite. Alright, we're gonna bite over here.
I am impressed.
And we'll probably do a whip here. We'll just whip you into there.
Your fate.
I think last. Still got enough heroes stuff. Can we? I was gonna say, can we throw a rock at somebody? We can throw a rock from you to there. All right, get rid of a few of them. Take care of all the ones that are targeting Charlie. I think Hunter can take a few hits. Anything we want to redraw? I don't think there's any point in redrawing right now. So, and we might want to redraw the heal because I mean, do we need it? But we'll hold on to it for right now. Because I mean, if these guys do, I don't know how much damage these guys are gonna do. Okay, 7. And 7. We can. Is there a chance to crit? Nope, just 7 and 7 and 7. So 21.
To our girl, these
Okay.
hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Refunds a card play when KO'd. So we can howl. Which means that as we KO these, we get some card plays back. Okay. It's actually pretty good. Can we hit 2 of these at least? We can.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Knockback's not really going to help us here. Actually, we're going to go ahead and start with bites.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
Gets us a card play back and a draw.
I saw a move like that
Okay.
once, centuries ago.
We got 2 card plays left. Honestly, I kind of want to throw a heal just to see what it does. And then we'll probably just slash after that.
The light will carry you onward.
See if there's anything that we get from that. Nah, nothing extra. That's fine. Although we did get another heal back. And then we're just going to do an attack. Don't think that knockback matters. He's dead anyway.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
Easy enough. Only 2. Is it because there's not a chance to get 3? I mean, we didn't get much points from the difficulty, so maybe that's part of it. So does that mean we get to take Charlie on missions with us? Or is she only there for that stuff? And what was the purpose of that? Did we get any extra anything? Moon Seal. Journal page. Agatha was just as surprised as I was when it happened. These shrines out on the grounds, or those shrines out on the grounds, the blood magic. You're not supposed to just walk right in there, but once again, this is actually February 13, 2020. Very recent. Oh, this is Wanda. Okay. I didn't see that part. Well, here we are. She told me not to worry, but how can I not worry? Trying to gain the blessing of Ostra without facing her trial. I didn't even know what I was looking for, really, just some way I could help. Whatever, at least now I can get into Magic's room when she locks me out. Interesting. So there is Wanda's journal as well. Interesting. Usher's skiff allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Ah, like those chests in the Abbey. Open will allow you to access new areas of the Abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means. Okay.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Words of power are magical incantations the hunter can use on the Abbey grounds. Hold RT.
The goddess of order approves.
I know. So these actually take arcane keys. Those are different. It's just like barriers, I guess.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Mm-hmm. What's the point of room upgrades? Do they do anything? It's just for fun. Plush dog bed. Alright, well, let's get our dog a nicer bed. I feel like most of these are too colorful. I actually kind of like the black one. We'll go with that. Boring and drab and dreary. Because why not? Alright, well that's interesting. Oh, I can actually change everything. Roots. Interesting. Highlights. Kind of like some of the white ones, to be honest. Eyebrows, facial hair, hair color, hair. Alright, I'm okay with the rest of that. Change the outfits. was like, what's the difference here? Okay, so one's got, it's just long sleeve, and the other one's long sleeve with the symbol on it. Change outfits daily. I mean, I guess that does make some sense. Wear combat outfit? Ah. I mean, I don't have that many outfits to change into right now, so I'd have to... But that's interesting that that's a thing. I can get eyeshadow. Okay. I mean, it's kind of why am I accessorizing? Whatever, we're gonna go with it because why not? I got gloss, might as well use it. Oh wow, that's intense. I think some of these other ones would look better if it was the lighter, the less full one. Oh, I can change the opacity. Get really dark. I think a little bit, just a little touch. Eyeliner. Interesting. Lipstick. All right, cool. I'll go with it as is. Why do I care about a swimsuit? Why? Like, why? I don't care about a swimsuit. Upper face prop. Aviators. Probably not. Kind of cool, actually. Maybe not wearing it around town, but like once we get into combat and stuff, maybe that'd be kind of cool. All right, combat outfit. Oh, we can customize this too. This is okay. This is cool. Oh, some of these actually have skills. Okay, now this makes a lot more sense. All right. Now this is getting cool. That's getting cool now. Some of this other stuff, I'm like, who cares? Oh, is this the? Oh, I can actually wear whether or not I have the eyeshadow and stuff like that out there. Honestly, I kind of feel like having the eyeshadow, like really dark eyeshadow out in combat would be kind of okay. Oh, I don't have enough money for it. Kind of want to like just decorate out in like some sort of cool kit there. But I think around Abby outfit, I think we're going to go no eyeshadow. Or partial. We'll go no. Only while we're out there, we're going to put on our makeup because that's what you do, right? Before you go kick some bad guys' booties, you're going to put on some makeup. Sounds right. All right. Still don't get the swimsuit. Yeah. We're not going to go there.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Where's the... Oh, I can't hit it now. Daily Bugle. Heist of the century. Sometime last evening... Goodness, I can't talk. Sometime last evening, every diamond belonging to the crown jewels of the United Kingdom was replaced with exact coal replicas. Authorities have no leads on how the perpetrators accessed the heavily guarded Tower of London, stole $4 billion worth of diamonds, and left no trace behind. What's the news here? The jewels are just a little less shiny. No evidence. No CCTV footage. I'll bet those diamonds turned into coal. A few options for the wing of starlets. Okay, cool. Nothing really to worry about there. All right, talk to Dr. Strange in the forge. Guess we'll head there now.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate.
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage?
Yeah, I heard a we in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever is in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
Destroy anything with Hydra's foul taint. Would it really give us an advantage? I want you to make something powerful. That's apparently the light choice. Interesting. I feel like these are reversed. I feel like good, light side me would say just destroy it, get rid of it. Whereas dark side would be like, let's use it to make ourselves powerful. I don't know. I feel like this might be flipped.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite. Are there any curses I should be aware of? By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. A simple object, though certainly not useless.
Research level increased. Research project takes 1 day to complete, but grant powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat items, and hero outfits. Cool. So we've got supernatural fabrication. Requirements to complete 1 mission with Doctor Strange, which we already have. Create powerful single-use combat items. We also have war games. Complete 1 mission with Captain Marvel, which we have. Increase ability options and earn an additional ability when analyzing gamma coils. Kind of like the war games one, but I also think single-use combat items also could be extremely useful. All right, we'll start with that one.
All right, let's get started, Dr. Spooky. So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Analyzing. How does this look?
Damage an enemy or restore 32 health. That's pretty cool, actually. Chain 2. Damage taunt enemy. Honestly, I mean, I think this one's pretty strong. Having an option. And it's a pretty good attack. I think this is going to be the one. It's not going to give us a duplicate, unfortunately. Like Strike or Photon Beam would. But I still think this is a pretty strong one. Alright, cool. Research.
Come back tomorrow, Hunter.
Alright, so we'll come back.
Until next time.
Gain a new combat ability for a hero. Open your hero screen to equip this new ability. Alright. Abilities can be equipped or swapped with the cards already in a hero's combat deck. Any unused abilities should be salvaged for essence, which is required for upgrades, items, and more. Cool. So we definitely want to edit the deck. I'm assuming it's an 8-card max. Or can we have more? Must have 8 abilities, at least 1 attack, 1 skill, 1 heroic. Alright, so what do we got here? We got the quick slashes, which I think are still important. I like the slashes as well. Honestly, the whips are really nice. I probably will replace one of the heals with... Oh, maximum of 4 attacks allowed. That counts as an attack. Oh. Alright, I guess we'll take the heal back and we will swap out. We can't just put that one in there now. One of these. So we've already got whips, which are 2 knockbacks. We'll take out a slash. Okay, I think that's good. I'm not going to kind of salvage this because can't we just turn this into something later? Or am I misremembering how that all works? Maybe we can only do it if it's outside of the deck. So maybe if we go back to that thing now, we can.
Got a sec to spare?
Meet Robbie in the forge? Well, we're in the forge. Aren't we? Oh, he's over there. Okay, actually, one second. I'm going to come up here and see if we can do that thing that I was just talking about. Oh, it's right there. Upgrade abilities.
Practice makes perfect.
Okay, so yeah, if it's not part of our deck, we can then upgrade it now. And we do have enough attack essence for this. It's a forceful knockback. What's a forceful knockback? Okay, push the target in a direction dealing damage if they impact another unit or object. Push the target in a direction dealing damage if they pass through or impact another object. Double distance and impact damage. Okay, I get it now. That's actually really good. The double distance could be pretty useful for us. Alright, since we only have one anyway, might as well make it as good as we can. That's good to know that that's how that works. Keep hitting the wrong button. Come over here and talk to him.
You moving into the forge, Hunter?
There's an inspect back here. Oh, we already saw that one.
Ah, I see.
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with the spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
All right. Well, I think we're going to save the sparring for next time. We did a mission, sort of. We did the stuff with the dog with Charlie earlier. So we'll do the start next episode off with sparring with actual Ghost Rider. Our first time to actually see Ghost Rider in action. So that should be fun. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.